Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the show. This is going to be a really tight show because we got a lot to talk about. So right there, we're skipping the music, the theme, the introduction, all that stuff. We're going to get right into it. And here, that's the phone number. As you can see, Thor is opening this weekend. It's going to gross $90 million. Okay, just two quick announcements. What's in the background? Okay, this is going to be the big, the FUPA announcement that from now on, we got a couple of shows left. Okay, Videoland Express blog is a daily blog I do every day. Like today, I just mentioned that we're going to go on live. And right down here, this is our official widget for a Blog Talk radio show. Okay, that's the show that we're doing every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Okay, so you can either go to Blog Talk Radio, type in Videoland Express and get the show there, or right here in this little widget, all one-stop shopping right there is where all the information is, okay? Because that's going to be very important in January because we got, like I said, we got 3 more shows on MNN. We're going to go in repeats to springtime or until Captain America comes out in May. So this is going to be one of the shows that are going to be repeated. So that's why I got that thing in the background. But real quick announcement. Okay, I know it's kind of late. They just posted this up on Friday in one of the newspapers called the Metro newspaper, should I say. And right now, I don't know if you can see this, but over by the Lower East Side at 170 Delancey Street, they're playing, they're presenting the Jack Kirby Museum. I don't know if you can see this article. This is the cover of the Hulk. And for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, unfortunately, we had to do Saturday at 5 o'clock. But I'm going to try that. I'll get down there myself tomorrow and take some pictures and post it on my Google Plus page. And it's a museum that goes from town to town to town. The details can be found at jackkirbymuseum.org for information. I believe it's open like to 12 to 6. So it's playing at Lower East Side at 170 Delancey Street. Take the F train to Delancey Street, Essex, and the museum is playing, I think about like maybe 2-3 blocks away. Okay, I've been talking about this book. I just want to show you the cover, okay? Let me see, the True Adventures of the World's Greatest Stuntman by Vic Armstrong. Hal Needham passed away. He was the big money maker and director for Smokey and the Bandit. Okay, that was like the second biggest picture of 1977, right behind Star Wars. Okay, and he passed away. And this is another gentleman. He's kind of like semi-retired, but he still works with Harrison Ford. We're going to be talking about Ender's Game review. And he started off with James Bond. He was the first ninja, and You Only Live Twice, where he climbs down the rope in the mountain, the big mountain scene at the end of You Only Live Twice. And he's worked with a lot of people. Also, Superman is going to come out on Blu-ray on Tuesday. And I'll be talking about that review on Blog Talk Radio. And he played the part of Superman, taking the part of Christopher Reeve when he's fighting General Zod in Times Square, when he gets smashed into the van, the truck, the bus, and all that stuff. And a lot of good behind the scenes. He has really nice things to say about Christopher Reeve. It's a great book. I'm almost done with it, full review, again, on Blog Talk Radio. Let's get right to the reviews. Okay, we're going to be talking about Thor. Ender's Game, anything related to it. The big announcement about Netflix. They're taking over. Marvel is taking over and leaving DC Comics in the dust. First, let's get the review. Mark is going to start off with the reviews. Mark, what do you think about Thor?
I just saw it this matinee. What was it, today? I know it came out, special preview, on Thursday?
Yes.
It was great. I think it was more story-packed than the last movie, than the original Thor. You know, I saw that it brought about different dimensions. It seems like they're bringing out more heavyweight as far as actors.
Right.
And it's incredible. It's sort of like they realize that let's hire the best actors we can possibly hire. Let's hire some Oscar award-winning actors to the level of Shakespearean and start putting in them. They put in Hannibal Lecter as his father.
Papa Thor.
Yeah, as Papa Thor, his mother.
Renee Russo,
incredible.
Mama Thor.
Mother Thor. I mean, the names of heavyweights that they're bringing in to the level of the caliber, it was amazing. That's why I think the plot itself, the writing, it seems as though it brought it to another level. Last Thor, the first Thor that came out, I wasn't that so much into it.
Also, I forgot to mention the Queen Borg, Alex, was it Alice Krudge? She was in the movie also.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I didn't know it until end credits, which we're not gonna surprise. We're not gonna mention that, but continue. Then I'm gonna give my 2 minutes.
I don't want to spoil the movie for you and telling what happens. You know, it's sort of amazing. It's sort of like in most what do you call it? Action films, most super adventure films, they usually try to put an element as though the girlfriend, the love interest, and this time it's sort of they brought it back to the revenge aspect of it instead of like the love interest about, oh, I'll do this because I love you and we're going to be together and I got to do whatever I can to save you. So like Superman meets Lois Lane, but they brought it to a different level. They brought it to like the revenge level. Oh, something happened to me and now I'm going to get revenge on you and I'm going to lay waste to you.
Right.
Sort of to that level.
Right, and of course the villain was the first Doctor Who of the new generation. Wasn't it Christopher Eccleston, I believe his name is, and he almost looks the same thing with the big ears and the big nose. But that's what makes him the actor that he is. I thought he was really good. My only problem with that is that I have no problem with them exploring the ultimate Marvel dysfunctional family. Okay, the whole Thor family, they all got issues. Okay, people saying, and don't. Have you ever seen the movie yet? Ignore the reviews. Loki is from beginning to end. It said, oh, he's only in the beginning. He's behind the cage. He got arrested in Avengers. Everybody knows that, right? They addressed it right at the very beginning of the film. What we're gonna do with Loki? He's inside the cage. It's in the trailer. And also, you see in the trailer that all of a sudden he's by Thor fighting the main villains and the bad guys. They all look like Cybermen. Like a little Doctor Who reference there. But he is throughout the whole movie. Personally, the movie really kicks in the second half, I thought, when Thor goes, listen, I need your help. Hopefully you won't betray me. You won't backstab me. Of course he does. That's Loki. Then he frees them. And the second half, they go mano a mano with the villains and stuff like that. They downplayed the love story.
Thank God.
Yeah. Well,
I'm tired when they play the love story angle too much.
They did it in the first movie, but there's a scene where were you? I was looking for you. I was waiting for you, and she slaps him, which is in the trailer, and said, well, I was kind of busy. Yeah, I know you were in New York biting those guys. Like, where were you? I was waiting here. But that's they made a whole funny reference to it, and then they just go right into the action. Some of it, what I love about the sci-fi angle, they really concentrate on that, is when they're fighting, it looked like Flash Gordon with all the laser shooting at the city. I thought that can never get tired. Never gets tired. And then the other one, they land. The bad guy decides, okay, I'm gonna have a hard time getting rid of you guys. Let me go to Earth and take over Earth. A little bit scenario like Men of Steel, but I thought the action was much better. Instead of Zod and Superman doing collateral damage all over the place.
And then they cause like billions of dollars of damage.
And nobody, Superman doesn't have the courtesy of picking up the check on that.
So he saved their lives. So how are they gonna come to him and ask him, hey, you got to pay for all this damage you created?
They're playing. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to go back to Krypton. Everything got blown up.
Ooh, it's time. It's like, ooh, it's time to go.
I'm out of here. So overall, what do you think about Thor?
Overall, I would say, as compared to the first Thor, I would give this 4 out of 5 stars.
I give it a 3 out of 5, only because I thought the story was weak. Here's a villain just trying to get revenge, but it almost seemed like Star Trek, the Star Trek one, when the villain, he goes a particular time, and then Spock said, he blew up my planet, there's Romulan and stuff like that, and then there's a little.
Don't give too much. Too many spoilers.
Too many spoilers. Okay. Well, I'm talking about Superman, not Superman, Star Trek #1, where the Romulan could have got back a little bit more in time and caught up instead of being, I kind of missed my mark over here. You're supposed to be a time traveler, and you missed your mark. Okay, but then again, there'll be no movie. But it's what I like about this movie, it still plays better than Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3, and at somewhat levels, it plays better than Captain America. So it's right up there, right behind Thor #1, Avengers, and Iron Man #1. So it's still a hell lot of fun. I'll give it 3 out of 5. But here's the big question, Frank.
Yes.
Frankie, will you buy it on Blu-ray? Yes. That's my final answer. And I'm not buying many Blu-rays, folks, okay? I think that Superman Men of Steel, I think, is going to be sitting on that shelf. I did put, the main reason I mentioned again this black site, every day I put a link, and I put a link, I believe it was Thursday or Friday, and I put a link up where they review the actual Blu-ray disc, and it's a complete ripoff. Now, I also put links when Superman Men of Steel was out in the June, July, and it's going to be July, August, in that time period when the movie was out. The big faux pas about the collateral damage and everything, they were putting these little mini clips all over on the Movie Web, Cinema Blend, all these other movie sites. And they were showing a lot of behind the scenes, how we do the blue screen effects, how we do the music score, how we do the editing and stuff like that. So these features do exist. So buyers beware when you go and think you might getting a lot of features. There's only Zack Snyder doing a commentary, and there's only a fictional documentary about the home planet Krypton. Okay, Krypton does not exist. They're doing a documentary on that? Come on. That makes no sense. What a waste of space. Anyway, those are only 2 features. So they're going to go ahead and double dip on your ass. So buyer beware. A lot of the features, there's at least 2 hours of features missing. Okay, now they're talking about, well, we're giving you 4 hours of features. It should be at least 6 hours of features, okay? And the 4 hours of features, actually the 2 hours of a documentary and, the commentary and the documentary. That's what the 4 hours lives up to. So if you don't see all those little behind the scenes bonus features, watch out. They will double dip again next summer. So just be aware of that. But if you love the film, go for it. I don't know. I still got a lot of issues. I'll be talking more about that on Black Talk Radio. Of course, everybody, a little bit of news. We're going to get to it because we want to get to Ender's Game review. Everybody heard about Netflix? Is going to produce his own show on superheroes. At the end of this movie, there's a little hint, nudge, nudge, wink, 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 wink to Guardians of the Universe on Thor. The end credits. Stick around if you haven't seen the movie. There's a couple tidbits at the end credits, like Marvel does for its movies. We're gonna go right back to this article in a second. Let's get Ender's Game because Harrison Ford is still playing games with Star Wars. He doesn't want to do it unless he gets a chance to do Indiana Jones 5. I don't know why anybody's asking for that, but here's Mark with his review on Ender's Game.
Well, I didn't really get to see Ender's Game, but just by seeing, I didn't get to see it, but by seeing the trailer, I pretty much can tell that there's a twist to the movie.
Yes, right? There is.
And, since I'm more of a person who really looks into storyline, plots, development, and I'm sort of like a film forensic guy. Right now we're doing film forensics. I didn't get to see the movie, sort of like I didn't get to see who killed that person. But pretty much you can see the movie, see the trailer, and figure out that there's a twist going on in the movie. That there's something that they're not telling the kid who's supposedly going to save them. And I sort of figured out what that twist is just by seeing the trailer, but I don't want to tell you about it. But I guess it's going to be something really surprising to the theater audience who goes to see the movie, right?
Yeah, yes, there is. It's like you see a mystery novel, and you're ahead of the movie. You're like 20 minutes in the movie. I know that's the one who did it. I know the butler did it. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's the same thing.
Now, for me, I knew something was going on because it was mostly military training for the kid. Okay.
Right.
And Harrison Ford and a couple other.
Like he was special.
Right. Like he's the one. We've been on that subject. But Harrison Ford said this kid has got to go through his training so we can fight these guys, the aliens at the end. The big, supposedly the big fight happens at the end. That's what the twist is. I can't talk about it. I have to stop myself now. Is because Harrison Ford is training him and said, kid, we're going to confront these aliens. We're going to go in their home world and we're going to attack them and put an end before they come and attack us. Okay, but you got to do this final training, and that's where the big twist happens at the end. And I thought it was really a nice in touch because he's trained to be military, and at the end, I don't want to go kill. I want to go back to my planet Earth. And then over there, his sister says, "Listen, you gotta finish this job. Just get this out of the way. Go for it, and then you can always come back and stuff like that." And you see a little humanity, but Harrison was still with the military training. Ben Kingsley comes in the second half of the movie. It tells you got to finish this training because we have to attack these people. And then, well, he does for his final training, and right there at the final training, the whole movie just takes a big twist. But there's a second surprise at the end where it shows the kid his humanity and he's going to do the right thing. I love that ending. That part I did not see coming. I thought it really had a nice touch. I definitely recommend it. Some people called it boring. Again, it's more about Harrison Ford and the kid. They're doing the military training until the last 10 minutes where you see all the action. It's something like Gravity. Like you join the voyage of Sandra Bullock and you're crossing your figures, for the next 45 minutes, they're hopefully hoping that she gets back to Earth. And all these things are happening. You know, there's a fire in the capsule and all this. She's almost out of oxygen. So you take the journey with her. You're taking the journey with the kid. And I thought it was a really nice payoff at the end. Again, in this game, I put a 3 out of 5. I'm spoiled. I want to see more of the aliens. You don't see them much, except for 1 or 2 flashbacks. And then you finally see them at the end. Well, kind of. They're kind of vague on that because apparently I know it's based on a book. So I'm basing the movie on itself, on its own regards, not in the book. I have no idea about the book, never heard of it, and but it looked like they put a little escape clause in the contract for a sequel.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's
So there's
possible.
going to be a sequel, you think?
You know how they would. I mean, I don't think
if it makes money, then there would be a sequel.
Exactly. So they'll leave a little open question mark.
So like what they said with Star Wars, like, oh, this is going to be the last Star Wars, but as soon as Disney took it over, there's going to be 3 more Star Wars.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you find out George Lucas, oh, well, I was always planning to finish the 7, 8, 9. Yeah, well, you maybe could have done that about, a long, long time ago in a far, far away galaxy instead of waiting 30 years, whatever.
Jesus.
But, yeah. Okay, and the other movie I kind of mentioned, well, I forgot the top 10. Now, I think he saw some of these. Okay, number 1, Thor is going to make $90 million. Boom.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, Thor is going to have a number 3 for sure.
Okay.
Jackass Grandpa, Bad Grandpa. You saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw it. You have to, if you're a Jackass fan, you enjoyed the movie. I heard it did well in its first weekend.
Yeah, it did huge.
It did huge. If you're a Jackass fan, you're going to enjoy it. You have to be a Jackass fan. You can't be some librarian coming in off the street saying, I did some reading on this. I think it's going to be good. You go in, boom, and you get shocked. But if you're a Jackass fan, no shocks. You know what's coming.
Right. I'm not a big Jackass fan. I don't like the first movie. I didn't see the other 2. But I gotta admit, there's 1 or 2 funny scenes in this movie. Somebody a friend of mine tweeted me to the movie. I said, okay, I can put up with 90 minutes. And let me tell you, there was some funny parts. But I gotta admit, Johnny Knoxville, I'm not a fan of his, but I thought he did a great job playing an old grandpa with the makeup.
Yeah, the whole what do you call it?
I thought it was good.
Yeah, the whole trailer telegraphs everything that's going on.
Yeah, basically.
If you see something nowadays, it's like you see the trailer, you know what the whole movie's about, what's going on. Then, there you go.
There's some comedy payoff. Okay, number 3, Las Vegas. Robert De Niro already is gonna follow the top 10 in another week or so. End this game. Number 4, number 5, The Birds, animation cartoon that nobody reviewed and nobody saw. Oops.
Oh, did that badly?
Yeah, that bad.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, second week is already number 5. Usually animation is holding on. They hold out for at least a month. Usually it's pretty good. Even it's kind of decent like Thor, but that was around for a good couple weeks.
So you think the concept is pretty much a bad concept?
It's too much like Angry Birds, and everybody's got the damn apps. I know I got like 5, 6 different apps of Angry Birds, including the new Star Wars.
No, I got 3.
Okay, so we're good. So no reason to see this movie into it's not related to Angry Birds, but
yeah.
But the funny thing about animation, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is still in the top 10.
Wow,
Go figure
that's
that
amazing.
out. Yeah, and it's going to cost over $100 million. And to round up the top 10, the Gravity is clearing $225 million. It's going to clear over $400 million. Actually, $425 million this weekend.
So that's one of those 3D flicks that everybody had to go see.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. And you do have to see it in 3D. I saw it in 2D, and I was good enough because I just gave up on 3D. But you get the idea of it. So let's get back.
And what? No Machete Kills?
Oh,
It's already out?
That disappeared after the second week.
Oh my God! Much props to Alexa Vega, the hottest chick in that movie, the hottest female actress in that movie, I should say. I'm sorry, I apologize for calling her a chick. But she was gorgeous.
Well, my shout out goes to Minya on was it Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
How is that show going?
That show is lame as hell.
It's tanking? Is it lame duck?
No, actually, it's got a very low audience of about 7 to 8 million that tune in every week. They're looking forward to something happening, like I am.
Waiting for something.
Yeah, and it's like
is the Death Clock coming on this pretty soon?
Oh no,
the end of the show?
No, they're going to renew it for a second season.
Oh wow!
It is a hit, and this is why we're going to get into the main article. Okay, not only is the show a hit. Considering, also you got to base on the numbers of a lot of other shows are only getting 1 or 2 million hits. Okay, look at the Fox shows. Okay, Dads, whatever. That's like it barely got the 1.5 million dollars of viewers. I saw the first episode. Yeah, that's
terrible.
Terrible. So what's happening? What did Marvel do? Now a triple threat. Now we're gonna have Avengers number 2 and 3. Right? They're calling it Phase 2, Phase 3. Okay, and now they made. Of course, there's a little nudge, wink, wink at the end of Thor to Guardians of the Universe. Okay.
Right. And Captain America too. There's a nod for Captain America in the movie too.
Yeah. Right.
Not to spoil it. Sorry if we're throwing in too many spoilers.
Well, there's a lot of things in Thor number 2. Believe it or not, that we are not mentioning.
Yeah, because these movies have to sort of promote each other in order for they can continue with the numbers.
Right.
You know what's going to happen.
Well, already they dropped the hint of Guardians of the Universe, and the big fun, it took everybody by surprise. Even Disney kind of like, what? Netflix has ordered 4 different series. Okay, they're doing the same thing, like I said on the other show. Remember True Blood, Game of Thrones, Dexter, True Blood, Showtime. They show these shows with like 13 episodes, and that's considered a full season, right? Yeah. And then they take the summer off, or they take the winter off, and they come back the next season. Okay, well, Netflix is now doing the same thing. And the 4 characters, I believe, is Daredevil, Nick Cage, Punisher, and Iron Fist. Each of them are going to have 4 each. They're going to have 13 episodes each. Wow. These 4 characters.
That's
They're
amazing.
doing the same thing like Games of Thrones at HBO. The first time Netflix is doing this. Okay, and then on top of that, talking about sticking the nail in the coffin in DC Comics. Not only that, then they're going to put them all together and they're going to come out with a miniseries called The Defenders.
Oh, and yeah, I remember the Avengers. I mean, the Defenders.
The Defenders,
The
right.
Defenders.
So right now, we're still in the middle of Avengers, okay? They're going to start the Guardians of the Universe, which hopefully will mix in with Avengers number 3 movie. And you're going to have The Defenders on Netflix.
Wow. I'm pumped to see the Punisher alone. And Iron Fist. Wow, I haven't heard about him since back when comic books used to be made.
Right. I mean, okay, Iron Fist never got I don't think
his own movie?
No, he never got his own movie, no, his own TV series. They tried 2 movies of Punisher. Okay, I like the second one.
They did 3 movies of the Punisher. Dolph Lundgren.
That's right, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, he was original. Then it was Jane, was it?
Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane, and then the third one, I forgot what his name was, but they did make a 3rd Punisher movie. So there's 3 movies out there.
Okay, because I forgot all about the first one with Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren was a man. He was the best.
Okay, so I'm going with number 3 because that was like really brutal.
That was great.
The actors. Yeah, that was really. So they've been getting that right. Some of us think they got it right. But the one that really needs correction is Daredevil. You know, everybody.
But you said Nick Cage? They got Nick Cage for Daredevil?
Well, no, Nick Cage is going to be part of the series.
Oh, he's going to be part of the series.
Right.
But they haven't said who's going to be the Daredevil.
No,
not Ben Affleck, right?
No, that's what they want to correct. They're going to restart it. But the funny thing about it is, since it takes place in Hell's Kitchen in New York City, Kingpin is part of that, so he might be showing up as a villain. Right off the bat.
Yeah, because that was a major villain.
Right. So they're going to be correcting that. So, now DC is trying to save face where the rumor is they're going to have Wonder Woman joining Superman and Batman. That was the rumor on Friday, and this afternoon they said they're going to, it's somebody's sidekick, Superman or Batman.
Wow, so they got to pump life into that character.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they don't overdo it like we remember with Batman. Which Batman was that? With George Clooney? With that Bane,
my God, Batman, Superman, no, is it Batman, Robin, and Batgirl?
And Batgirl, okay.
Batman Forever, was it?
Is it forever?
Yeah, I think it was Batman Forever. I remember. They did a whole thing with music, a CD that went along with it, a movie, products, toys, George Clooney, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, my God.
Let's put that phone number back up and see if somebody wants to add something to that.
But also look at the movies that are coming out. Anchorman 2, that looks good. That's going to be great. Is there Oscar buzz on that?
No Oscar buzz whatsoever.
But that looks like a great movie. And so let me see what else we have.
47 Ronin. Again, I put a link to a special making of behind the scenes on our Video Express blog. There's a link for behind the scenes making of. I think that's going to be good because 47 Ronin is actually based in an old Japanese story, based in real life, where they killed their lord, and these 47
Ronins went to get revenge.
Revenge, right?
It's basically a revenge film. But I saw.
But this is a complete fantasy altogether.
It's based on a book. I read the book, and then I saw there was a movie, a Japanese movie on it.
Okay. I think we got a phone call coming in. Okay,
Hello.
let's see.
Hello, caller. Go ahead.
I'm putting you through it now.
Go ahead, caller. Just speak.
How you doing?
Yes, just fine. Yourself?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man. I haven't talked to you in a long time.
All right.
We're here.
All right.
Glad
All
you're here
right.
too, man.
Good. Let me turn down my TV. Yeah. So, I guess a couple of things, man. Congratulations. Good to see you back. You know, I know you've been back for a while now. I try to keep in contact with you on Facebook and stuff.
Oh, okay, Facebook.
Yeah. By the way, my name is LT. You know, speaking
Hey, LT.
from time to time.
Okay,
All
yeah,
right.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
I guess. I guess I don't even know where to begin. The Avengers, not the Avengers, the Shield show.
Oh.
I haven't really got into it. It's all on my DVR, and I haven't watched it. I don't know why. It's just not appealing to me. I'm trying, but I just can't watch the show. I don't know why.
It drags, yeah.
Yeah, it drags. It's like they're afraid to come out, come over the top. It's sort of like they're trying to base it too much on reality, so they take it back too much. It sort of becomes, I don't know, can I say boring?
Yeah.
Maybe because they're afraid to spend that much money on the show. It could be a budget, so that, how you replace special effects, a lot of yakking.
Yeah, it's like, what do we want to be, the X-Files? Do we want to be Bones? What do we want to be?
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah, they're afraid to, spend the CGI money to put a main character like the Hulk or something?
Right. It doesn't make any sense. They should have. And I wanted to say, as far as I agree with you about the Punisher, that last one. He's a Ray Stevens. That's his name, Ray Stevens.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah, he's the best one. I agree 100%. You know, this guy, he nailed it. And like you said, they had the appropriate amount of violence.
Oh, yeah.
And
it was
just dead on.
It's like he was hitting guys dead on and cracking their skulls.
Yes, it was perfect. You know, I thought it was great. What do you guys think about Jennifer Lawrence for Wonder Woman?
Yeah, everybody's been mentioning that. There's a lot of rumors how they're going to pick.
But she's already on the X-Men.
That's true. But what's the guy who did double duty? And people say that I like Mark Strong for Lex Luthor. People say, oh, he's already Sinestro. But I'm like, remember Chris Evans? He was Human Torch, and now he's Captain America. So I think you can do two roles. Why not?
It'd be funny if they make a crossover movie where they both meet and says, "Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yourself?"
Well,
they did in the Social Network movie.
Yeah.
Where that one guy played two characters, so they could do it this way. They could meet Human Torch and Captain America meet for the first time.
I forgot to mention Fox is going to have Fox Pictures. They're going to go ahead with Wolverine 3, Fantastic Four reboot, Deadpool. They're still going after that, and they're going to have their own X-Force.
And X-Men.
Well, yeah.
And then the new X-Men coming out. That looks good. That looks like it's going back to the first-class genre, which was a lot better. It's so, like, if you see the trailer, it looks like something out of The Watchmen. It's like they bring in Nixon. You probably hear about the assassination of Kennedy. They bring it back to the 60s.
Yeah, you guys are right. I think it's a good concept, and I think that this is a good way of Mark Singer to cover up the fact that all of his plot holes with the continuity of the three films, which I thought First Class was good, but I think he still missed a shot to really do the originals and bring them in. But I think that maybe they thought that, okay, we already brought out some of the originals in my first films, and we messed up the continuity, so let's do this, and then bring up Futures Past, and then, let's do Futures Past, and this is my way of excusing it. This mess up the whole timeline, so I can say this is the reason why we brought it to you that way. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think of that?
Well, let's see what they do. Just wait and see, I guess, right?
They got a lot of flexibility and stuff. Hopefully, they choose the right way, like you were talking about, and hopefully they don't go all of a sudden, hey, let me be a really extraordinary director and writer, and let me take it down this path and surprise everybody. No. Keep it the way the fans want it, okay? We don't care about whether you're going to be the best director on the planet for the next 100 years. We don't care you're the freaking best writer. Most fans don't care, you know?
That's right. That's right.
Just to make a good movie. The problem with a lot of these guys, I got to stand out. I got to be...
Tell us a story. That's all we want.
That's
story.
right.
That's
J.J.
it.
Abraham, they're gonna remember me for my lens flares.
And I'll get an Oscar. I'll get an Oscar, and they'll remember me.
Yeah, screw the damn flares.
I'll write a book.
What do you guys think of? What do you guys think of? I know that they're creating. Fox is going to do Gotham with young Commissioner Gordon.
That one I don't think is going to work. I mean, you got to.
It's gonna be like. It seems like it's gonna be like that Shield show.
Yeah.
What if they bring on the guy from Dexter, Michael Hall, or whatever, the guy who played Dexter?
Yeah.
What if they bring him to play a young Commissioner Gordon with a beard? What do you think?
And then they have, will
think
Batman show up?
Yeah.
They say no.
Me, I'm still looking for Dexter the movie because he didn't
I
die
know.
at the end.
By the way, it was a horrible ending of a series, but
It was horrible, man.
I keep hearing that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh man.
I wasted 8 years. I wasted 8 years of my life. Oh my God.
Yeah, and you ended like that. First of all, you killed a beautiful lovey. You killed her, and he lives, but then he's a lumber guy, and he looks in the camera, and you don't hear his voiceover.
Yeah, nothing.
No, not even a voiceover.
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, he could have said, "Well, I guess I'm being back to myself, being the cold killer. I can't help it." Nothing. He turns to the camera, and I'm going, "What the fuck is that about?"
Well, the concept of it from the beginning was kind of absurd. You know,
Yeah.
a serial killer to be a good guy.
Yeah. It had to end. They should have ended it. It should have ended like at least probably, I say 3 or 4 seasons ago. They had a chance to have a clean break. Hey, did you guys hear that? They said when they got rid of the original showrunner, he said that the original vision when everybody got together, the original vision of the ending, and they knew this coming in until they got rid of him 4 seasons ago, coincidentally. He said that the original ending was that they were supposed to end it with him on a gurney, or strapped to a table with the injections in him. It was going to end with him at death row, and the whole seasons, all of them was supposed to be basically a flashback of his life leading up to him dying. That's what it was supposed to be about. He was supposed to get caught, and they were supposed to end, and all of the people he had ever killed was going to be in the room. He would see them in the vision, pretty much, where all of the ejection shots hitting him, and that was what it was. Six shots for 6 seasons of him looking. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was supposed to be, and him flashing back to life coming before his eyes. I thought that would have been a fabulous
That would be
ending.
great.
And they screwed that up. Yeah, we got a couple seconds left. We're gonna wrap it up, but just to add to that is somebody at some business suit, headless business suit, decided don't kill Dexter, let him. He's gonna live at the end, and that's how they capped out.
So it's a movie.
Yeah,
Crazy,
somebody
man.
in charge is not supposed to be making pictures or TV shows. Decided that's the ending.
That's always the way it goes. That's Hollywood.
Hey, my
When are you coming on next time?
in 2 weeks.
Okay.
The Thanksgiving special.
All right, great.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Thanks, man. Take care.
All right, guys. Bye.
Thanks, everybody. What you just saw was a little bit of behind the scenes of. I've been doing that a lot lately. When I go off the air, if somebody's there, we keep the show going. It gets recorded, and you'll be able to see the show on YouTube. So a little behind the scenes, the phone caller. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. These shows are being taped. They're going to be put on YouTube, and you can see the full shows there. This is Mark. I'm from Yankee Sun. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we see you in 2 Saturdays. Bye.
All right.